Welcome back to the mat for this super fun Thanksgiving flow. I'm really excited about this one. I think it's going to be a good time. So I'm calling it stretch and strengthen. We got a little bit of stretchiness, making some more space in some of our muscles and some of our joints, and we're going to be building that strength in different new ways than we've done before. So really excited about this one. You don't need any props to get started, just your mat and your body. So let's get going. I'm going to start laying back on our mat. I'm just gonna roll on down. My heels and my soles of my feet are gonna be planted flat on the floor. Knees are pointing up towards the sky. Let's bring our hands to the sides of our ribs. We're just gonna do a little bit of breathing. So we're gonna inhale, feeling our ribs expand, feeling our back press more deeply into the mat. Exhale, let it all out. Just warming up our body. Inhaling. And exhaling. And as we have our hands here, you should really physically be able to feel your ribs moving out as they expand, as your lungs fill with air. So try and feel that real fast. Feeling them separate from one another, rising under your hands, exhaling, letting them sink back down. You really want to think about an imprinted spine here. So our full spinal column is against the mat. This might mean that you have a little bit more of a tuck at your pelvis, your tailbone is a little bit longer, but really want to make sure your entire back is planted firmly in the mat. All right, let's bring our arms long beside our body, and we're going to do marching. So we're going to lift up the right foot, and bring it back down. Left foot, bring it back down. And I want you to think about your hips here and whether your hips are moving from side to side as you lift one leg up. Are you like leaning into the leg, or is your pelvis staying nice and stable in one place and your legs are just going up and down? And the entire time our back is planted firmly into that mat. That's the most important part of Pilates in general, honestly. Always really wanting to maintain the integrity of our spine. All right, we're doing one more each side. Nice. Let's leave this left leg up. Let's bring the right leg up to meet it. So now we are in our tabletop position, 90-degree angle with our knees, shins are parallel to the ground, and we're gonna do toe taps. So basically marching in reverse, lowering one toe to the mat at a time. And again, thinking about maintaining that pelvic stability, we're warming up our core here. But don't forget to breathe. Inhaling as we expand our lungs. Exhaling as we release. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. It's super helpful to tie your breath to the movement. Instead of working against your body, you're working with your body. All right, one more each side. We're going to stay up in this tabletop position. Bring your hands to the tops of your thighs. We're going to roll up and you're going to press your hands into your thighs into your hands. We're going to hold for 1, 2, 3, relax. And you should really feel the weight of your hands and your legs pressing into one another. Again, warming up that core. We're going to do 2 more of these. So we're going to roll up, press, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, and you should be feeling little shimmies and shakes while you're up there. All right, last one. We're gonna count back from 8 this time. So roll up 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all in, give it a hug. Let's take our arms long by our body again. Knees are back into a tabletop, and we're gonna go into a variation of the hundreds today. So we're gonna roll up, we're gonna extend our legs, and they can be at a 90-degree angle if that's what's best. They can stay in a tabletop if that's what's best. But we're gonna go into beats with our feet. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hold. Maybe lower your legs if you can. Straighten them if they're bent. Pull everything in. Feels nice. All right, let's stretch our body out long, long, long. Getting a little bit of arch of that upper and that lower back before we imprint it back into the mat. Arms are directly ahead of us. We're gonna go into 3 roll-ups here. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, just setting our body up. Nice work. All right, inhale. Let's start moving our body. We're bringing, just rolling, articulating our spine up and over, stretching over our legs, over our feet. We're not reaching for our toes. We're just gonna reach out. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3 little pulses. Rolling back down with control. Relax those shoulders. Roll back, roll back, roll back. Inhale, exhale. Let's start to move. Really articulating through that spine, letting the core do the work here. Rolling back down. Fix my shorts, they shifted a little bit. Inhale. Exhale as we round over, 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 over. All right, this one, let's drop our feet, or drop our hands to our feet. Give ourselves a little bit of a stretch. If you're holding your shins, that's totally fine. We're just gonna give ourselves a little bit of a stretch in that hamstring. Stretch in that upper, lower back as we're rounding over our legs. Nice, all right. This time we're gonna roll back down, but we're gonna bring our right leg with us. So you can think about just bending your knee, bringing it all the way in, and we're gonna straighten our leg once it gets up here. We're gonna do straighten, bend, and straighten. My hand is right here behind my thigh. I'm gonna pull it in towards my body, giving myself a stretch through that hamstring. This is where the stretch part of strengthen and stretch comes from. Let's curl our head, neck, and shoulders up. We're gonna walk up our leg as we roll up. Pull to the top, feeling that stretch again. Walk back down. So this is just like tree from the reformer, which is really fun. We're gonna do that same thing. So we're gonna walk back up our leg, all the way up to our ankle, stretching it in, walking back down. Walk back up, pull it in. And if this is too much for you, feel free to bend that other leg instead of keeping it straight. We're gonna pull, pull, pull. We're gonna go back down one more time. Let's pull ourselves up, thinking about forehead to your shin, belly button's behind you, and we're just gonna cross over our leg. So getting a bit of a stretch through that right hip flexor. Doing a figure 4 with our left knee bent and our right leg over our left leg. Stretch, maybe rocking back and forth, feeling how that changes the sensation. All right, let's switch legs. Actually, let's have both of our legs flat on our mat. We'll start with bent legs. We're gonna draw that left knee in. Hands are gonna be behind the left thigh. Straighten the leg, bend it back in. Straighten, bend it in. Straighten, bend it in. This time when you straighten, we're gonna keep it here. We're gonna pull it closely, pull it gently, towards our body. Our hands are still behind our thigh, pulling it gently in, feeling more space get created in that hip pocket. And to walk ourselves up, up, up. I'm gonna stretch my leg long for myself personally. You can keep it in that bent position. Pull it in, walk back down. A little stretch at the bottom here. Walk back up the leg. Back down. Back up. Ooh, got stuck there. I'm gonna bend my right knee. I'm gonna pull, pull, pull. Forehead towards my shin, belly button away, cross over. So we're back in that figure 4. I like to put my hands behind my body with my fingers facing away and kind of pressing my chest forward a little bit to deepen that stretch along the left side. Sway back and forth, see how that feels. I think our hips are one of the most neglected parts of our body. We think so much about like our core, we think so much about like upper arms, whatever, but we just don't really think about our hips all that much, and they get so tight from all the sitting that we do in our life. All right, from here, let's roll over. You can uncross your legs We're gonna come into a tabletop position. I'm gonna scooch back. So I'm back in the center of my mat. I'm gonna lift my right leg. We're gonna have it be parallel. So my thigh will be parallel to the mat below me. We're just gonna do kicks up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Let's step it all the way through. So we're almost in like a runner's lunge-esque position. Our right foot is right between our two hands. You can actually scoot it out a little bit if you want to. We're gonna sink into that right hip, almost like we're going for a front splits on the reformer. Again, I love trying to mix in all of those elements and trying to use moves that we're familiar with in one capacity into something totally different. So we're stretching, getting a big opening through that left hip flexor, and we're gonna go back, 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 even deepening our splits, getting more of like a Russian split vibe. Again, if we were on the reformer. So I'm bringing my hips over my back knee. My right leg is straight, and you can flex or point your foot here. Flexing will give you a lot more sensation, so fully up to you. Let's come back into that front splits. If you want to put your hand on top, stretching up and out, back down, rock it back to our Russian splits variation. One more up here. We're gonna go forward. I'm gonna come up, crawl my hands onto the top of my thigh, pressing my hips forward and down. Oh, that feels so good. Hands back to the mat, rocking it back. I'm gonna tuck my back toes just to give me a bit more stability. And bring my hands back, because that's how I deepen it. You don't have to do that. If you want to feel, if you want to sit up here, if you want to be here, if you want to try and work your balance and put your hands on top of your shin, the sky is the limit. All right, let's bring our hands back. I'm gonna step back into that tabletop position. You should feel so much more space in that hip now. It feels so good. We're gonna do the same thing on the left side. So let's take our leg, bend it in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. We'll go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. Straighten, bend. Straighten, bend. Think about keeping this core in tight. We spent a lot of time at the very beginning of class working on like stabilizing our core. Use that here. Straighten, bend. We're gonna step all the way through. And we're gonna go into our front splits variation. And you might find that one side is a little bit easier or more open than the other, and that's totally normal. We always have one side that's tighter or stronger or whatever than the other because we're humans and that just is what happens. To rock it back to our Russian splits variation. Inhaling and exhaling. We're not forgetting to breathe here. And then like bring my chest to my shin, almost like when we were in that tree just a little while ago. Walk it back forward. You can put your hands on top of your knee, top of your thigh, if that's what feels good for you in your body. Drawing this core in and up, like you're trying to get your belly button to your spine to protect your lower back. Hands down, rocking it back. And again, you can flex or point your toe here, just see how that feels in your body. For me, having a flex foot sometimes is almost too much sensation. But if you're really open or you really enjoy that deep feeling, have at it. We're gonna walk back forward. Again, thinking about bringing our hips down to the mat, almost like we bring our hips to our heel in front of us. Open shoulders, open chest. Maybe you add a little bit of a back bend. Hands back down. Rock it back. Oh, I love doing half splits. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just that my hamstrings are permanently tight, but it always feels so good. All right, Let's come back to center. And we're gonna go ahead and lay down on our left side. So our right side is going to be facing up. Back and shoulders are aligned with the back of the mat. Feet are at that front corner of the mat. My arm is going to be long and I'm gonna rest my head on my arm. My other hand, my right hand, is pressing firmly into the mat in front of me. Kick forward, kick back. Feeling a stretch again through that hip flexor. We just made a lot of space there. So you might be surprised at how much easier this might be than usual. Kick forward, kick back, trying to maintain the stability of our upper body here. So again, thinking about bringing our belly button to our spine and pressing really firmly into the front hand. Back, bring your feet together. We're gonna go into tiny circles. So make 8 circles to the front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's bring our feet together. This is going to be a bit of a challenge, I'm not going to lie. We're going to make sure that we're pressing firmly and firmly. We have a lot of contact between ourselves, our upper body, and the ground. We're going to lift both legs, bring them down. 2, bring them down. 3, bring them down. 4, bring them down. 5, and hold. And we're going to kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back together and down. Working the ever-loving bejesus out of this top oblique. All right, let's come up to our elbow. We're gonna swing our legs in front of us. So now we're directly like perpendicular to the mat. We're gonna come up into a teaser. From the side, it looks like this. We're gonna come into a teaser and we're just gonna hold. If you wanna try and straighten your legs, feel free to straighten your legs. Again, I'm gonna turn sideways just so you can see me. And we're holding. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all in. Feet are back on the mat. Now we're gonna go into our side lying legs from the other side. So we're gonna swivel around. Long arm, back, shoulders, hip lined up with the back edge of your mat. Feet are directly in front of you. Hand pressing firmly into the mat. All right, let's lift this upper leg to hip height. We're gonna kick forward, pull, stretch it back. Kick forward, pull, stretch it back. And when we're pulling and stretching back, we wanna make sure that this part of our body is staying stable. So I'm not twisting forward as my leg is going back. My leg, my upper body, my torso is staying exactly where it was the entire time. And can you get a little bit farther in front of your face each time you kick? You're stretching through that hamstring, stretching through that hip. Let's stretch behind you. Bring your feet together. All right, let's raise that top leg. We're gonna go into our circles again. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Together. All right, now we're going to that double leg lift. So pressing firmly, 1 and down, 2 and down, 3 and down, 4 and down, 5. Hold it. We're gonna swim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back together. Hold, hold, hold. Off and down. All right, let's roll onto our backs. And let's just do a roll up to like reset our spine. Big inhale. Exhale, let's start moving. Oh, and this roll up feels so much better than it did even at the beginning of class. I have so much more space in my body. All right, stack it back up. Let's bring your heels in. We're gonna do a few rolling like a balls. So our knees are shoulder width distance apart. Our feet are together, our heels are together, our toes are apart. And I'm holding on to my ankles. If you want, you can hold on to your shins like you're giving yourself a little bit of a hug as well. I'm gonna hold on to my ankles here. This is a bit more of a adjustment if you need something that's a little bit easier, if you're like just struggling to hold on to your ankles. We're gonna pick ourselves up, put ourselves back down. Pick ourselves up using our core, holding on, balancing on our little sits bones. Come back down. Come back up. We're gonna roll back for 1, all the way up. For 2, all the way up. For 3, all the way up. For 4, all the way up. Crisscross our legs. Let's just do a little bit of a stretch forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk yourself back up, and you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat for the stretch and strengthen class. Can't wait to see you again soon. Bye.